Have you ever sat alone and really asked yourself, whose life am I living? Is this path mine, or did someone else carve it out for me? It's a strange question, but a necessary one. We often go through our entire lives following a script that was handed to us by family, teachers, society, social media, but never questioned if it actually felt right. Why do we care so much about what others think? Why do we base our happiness, our worth, our direction in life, and on the expectations of people who might not even know the real us? Is it fear? Is it the desire to be accepted, validated, loved? Maybe all of it. Maybe none of it. But we follow the rules. We stay in line. We try to be what everyone else wants. And somewhere along the way, we forget who we really are. Think about this. How often do you say yes when you want to say no? How often do you do something just to keep someone else happy, even if it leaves you drained? And why is it that when we finally think about doing something for ourselves, we feel guilty? That's the thing. Living for others doesn't always look dramatic. It's not just big sacrifices or life-altering decisions. Sometimes it's in the little things. It's biting your tongue when you want to speak up. It's wearing clothes you don't like just to fit in. It's choosing a career you don't love because it's considered safe. It's laughing at jokes that aren't funny, being silent when you want to scream, dimming your light so someone else doesn't feel uncomfortable. So here's the real question. How long are you willing to keep doing that? What if, just for a moment, you chose yourself? What if you decided that your opinion matters more than theirs, that your dreams are valid, even if they don't make sense to others, that your happiness is worth fighting for, even if no one claps for you? Living for yourself doesn't mean being selfish. It doesn't mean ignoring the people you care about. It just means putting yourself first in a world that constantly asks you to shrink. It means honoring your needs, your passions, your voice. It means asking yourself every day, what do I want? But let's be honest, it's not easy. Choosing yourself in a world built around conformity is a radical act. People might not understand. Some might judge, some might leave. But here's the thing. If being yourself causes someone to walk away, maybe they were never really with you in the first place. Let's think about this together. What's the cost of living for others? What do you lose? Time, energy, peace of mind, maybe even years of your life doing something that doesn't fulfill you. And for what? Approval that's temporary? Validation that fades? Is that really worth it? Now flip the question. What do you gain by living for yourself? You gain freedom. You gain clarity. You gain the ability to wake up and actually feel alive. You gain your own trust. You gain you. Imagine waking up and doing something not because it's expected, but because it excites you. Imagine choosing a path not based on fear or obligation, but based on joy. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing someone you actually recognize. Doesn't that sound worth it? Let's break this down even further. Why are we so scared of disappointing others, but so comfortable disappointing ourselves? Why is everyone else's opinion so loud, while our own voice gets pushed to the back? Who taught us that it's okay to ignore our intuition just to keep the peace? And most importantly, how do we start to unlearn all of this? It starts with awareness. Catch yourself in the moment. Notice when you're doing something out of pressure instead of passion. Question the habits you've been following on autopilot. Ask yourself, is this truly mine, or was it given to me? If it doesn't align, maybe it's time to let it go. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. Start small. Start by saying no when you mean no. Start by being honest about what you want. Start by giving yourself permission to take up space. And if you're thinking, but what will people think? Ask yourself, does it really matter? Will their opinion pay your bills? Will it heal your heart when you're hurt? Will it comfort you when you're alone? Or are you the one who has to live with the choices you make? Now I want to ask you something, and be honest. What's one thing you've always wanted to do but held back because you were afraid of what others might say? What's that one dream, one risk, one decision that keeps whispering to you, but you keep silencing it? Write it down. Say it out loud. Drop it in the comments if you feel brave enough. Let's talk about it. Let's start being real, because we're not alone in this. So many of us are tired of pretending, tired of pleasing, tired of the pressure. You're not here to meet expectations. You're here to create your own path. And yeah, it might be messy. People might not get it, but that's okay. They don't have to. It's not their life to live. You don't need to explain your journey to anyone. Not everyone will understand your choices, and they're not supposed to. You are not for everyone, and that's okay. You're not a product to be consumed. You're a human being, complex, evolving, unique. Start trusting yourself again. Start listening to your own inner voice, the one that's been quiet for too long. That voice knows what you want. It knows what brings you peace, and it's been waiting for you to pay attention. Start giving yourself permission. Permission to rest, to grow, to fail, to try again, to say no, to walk away, to take up space, to live your truth. If you've been living for others your whole life, it's not your fault. You were conditioned to. But now that you see it, now that you're aware, you have the power to change it. Ask yourself this: if you were the only person left on Earth, would you still be doing what you're doing? Would you still dress the same? Think the same? Act the same? If the answer is no, then maybe it's time to start living more authentically. So, what now? What do you want to change starting today? What's one way you can choose yourself this week? What's one boundary you can set? One decision you can make? One risk you can take? Share it. Let it out. Let's hold each other accountable. Because life is too short to live in fear. Too precious to be wasted on fitting in. Too beautiful to not be lived fully, honestly, freely. You don't need the world's permission to live your life. You just need your own. And once you give yourself that, everything changes. You begin to walk differently, think differently, love differently. You start creating a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. That's when the magic happens. That's when you start truly living, not just existing. Live for yourself, not for others. You were never meant to be a copy of someone else's version of success. You were meant to be you. So, take the first step, today, right now.